Hi
Hold
y'all.
your applause, hold your applause.
We're back.
We're back and we're better.
It's your girl Sham,
It's your girl Neij.
and we are Divineinscentive TV. I'm your
Welcome.
host, Sham.
I need.
If you're ever confused, but yeah.
Let's take on everything.
So this is the second episode we're in. We're locked in now, guys. Like we're like fully locked in now. Ain't no switching up type vibes. Yeah, like that.
How's your week been? How are you feeling?
How am I feeling?
Well, like, look.
How am I feeling? I don't know, man. I feel like it's a wild feeling right now of disconnection. Disconnected from myself. Disconnected from the world. And still plodding along. Like that's the only explanation I have for it. I feel like right now, as I was telling you earlier, like I know what I'm working towards right now. Like I know what I'm doing. Everything is aligned. I'm just working. All the dots are in place per se. But I just feel empty, man. Sounds a little dark. But yeah, I just feel like, is this it? Is this what I'm working for? Like no sun, just hella rain.
We're not even in April anymore. It's May.
Like April's usually fire. Like this time 4 years ago, we was at the barbecues and we was getting lit in the summer.
Outside, no jacket.
Like been outside in no jacket.
I did the other day, but I had a vest and a thermal underneath my jacket.
I don't know if that counts. No, honestly, for real though, I think I went out I had my jacket though, but a long sleeve top, and I was like, okay, this is nice, but like it rains like 20 minutes later. I just can't be asked with this English weather.
It's always gotta dampen the mood.
I'm just like, yeah. But no, man, I'm all right. I'm feeling like, in terms of, I've been doing some projects and stuff lately. Obviously, seeing like the footage and stuff from them. Soon coming, guys. Check me out on Instagram.
At Sham the Creative.
But apart from that, I just feel like inspiration, everything. I'm just lacking it right now. Like trying to put more into my poetry and my music, and I'm just feeling a little bit like, don't even know what I'm right. Like it's just all seeming the same. Everything just feels like I'm just got this disconnect going on. But yeah, how are you feeling?
I am feeling the same as you. I don't feel creative.
Yeah.
I don't feel inspired. I don't think I've been anywhere that I haven't really been to much places recently
With that provide the inspiration. Yeah, because we were heavy up in the workshops
every week. Not every week, but it felt like
but it was every 2 weekends.
Yeah,
we'd have like a break, but we'd still try and stay proactive. Or find something else.
The events are good, but I think when you're not practicing, it takes away from it. That's where I think the workshops are necessary, because they set the tone. You can do that yourself, but you need somewhere to kind of feed off, give you inspiration outside of your own mind. And now I see like why artists need their muse. They need to, when they're like, I need inspiration, going somewhere. Like I get it now. Like
I vibe with it.
I'm an artist, Yeah, I'm an artist now, so I need that. But I can't always wait for it to come to me. I love a live show, but that's not enough. I need other things, other practices, other activities. Thank you.
Okay.
But yeah, I feel uninspired. That's all I can say. The weather, the sun's coming out. It's getting warmer. But
I think the only thing that's making me feel like, okay, this is a normal feeling right now, is that everyone's feeling it. I think this is for the first time I'm actually like TikTok or just even if it's a little funny skit video, everyone's feeling this world disconnect right now. Like I know we just came out of a retrograde. For those that know what it is, everything's out of whack right now upstairs, and it. For those that don't know what it is, but they say you don't make serious decisions within that time. Loads of things are going to shift in your life, relationships, everything. Depends how deep you believe in it. But I do believe in that time, like a lot of shifts were happening around me. So believe what you want to believe, but yeah,
there's
some truth.
There's something in the air.
Right.
And there's something in the water.
Right. That's why you can't be drinking that government water, man. If you drink tap water,
you need a filter. You need a
Brita filter.
A Brita filter, or a filter on your tap, or
filter on the tap.
Yeah,
1,500 tap for them taps, you know. See, I was looking,
little thing that you attach.
Girl, they ain't no cheap. They're not cheap.
But you know what? You might as well, if you're gonna go out there, just commit, because someone told me if you can do. I don't think you can just do that in any house. I think you have to own your property. To change, but you can put filter in your water pipe system. Apparently, allegedly.
That's good investment, though, isn't it? Because shower everything, good water.
But I'm not. Let's do some research.
I'm really heavy against the tap water, but I bathe in it, so kind of hypocritical. But I don't be digesting that as much as I can help it. I can help it, yeah. But what was he talking about?
The tone of the planet right now is just off. There's a lot of things going on in the world, and as I say, I just hope everyone's good. I know not everyone's good because people are going through it. There's wars here, there, everywhere.
I hope you are good through the not good, because like, just know that you're not alone in this disconnection feeling. I don't know. The only way I've been able to release during this time is with talking to friends, centering myself, just talking to God. That, like, God and my friends are the only persons keeping me afloat during this time of confusion. Like, it's just that affirmation. In the sense of friends, it's, you're just like, okay, girl, sometimes you just need to hear that you're doing good, or like even just the little things you're doing. Sometimes your friends just make you see that you do more than you think you're doing. And then with God, it's just like, if I have faith, then I can't be upset.
Hold the faith.
I can't walk and be upset. Like, I would see myself going to these bad moods, and then I have to just get happy again, because I'm like, because
you have life. So you can do something about it.
Yeah.
And I was gonna say, even if you're feeling some type of way and you don't know how to say it or share it, just check in on someone.
For real.
Because you never know just how you're doing.
For real.
You don't need to be like, I'm okay, you know. But how are you? Like, share how you feel with people around you.
Man.
Have a conversation, have a chat, go for a little tea break, coffee break, a little walk in the park or something, you know, just someone who you wouldn't normally call, but someone that you feel comfortable to talk with. I would say, just do something a little different this week.
Yeah,
try something different if you don't feel your best.
Yeah, and if you're feeling burnt out, sorry, I didn't mean to overtalk you there. But if you're feeling burnt out, I just need to remind you guys just to choose yourself sometimes. Like, I know, like, if work's on your back or you've got tasks to complete, you might feel like you have to put yourself on the back burner, but when it's all said and done, all the things will fade away and it'll just be you left. If sickness reach you, God forbid, all these things reach you, it's only you at the end of the day. So take the time. You do deserve that coffee. You do deserve to go to the shop and buy yourself some snacks and watch a tutu movie. You do deserve to go out for that one drink with your girls on the weekend. You know what I mean? Like, give yourself treats within your routine so you don't burn yourself out completely. Like, because those are the times I feel more high vibrational, when I've got a little bit of mix, like that balance of life plus play. Feel good about myself.
That's how I felt. And then I was like, I hit a wall. We'll want to talk about this more later, but doing my assignments, and it's just like, I will open up my laptop, I'll look at my notebook, and I'll stare at it, and then I'll go on my phone, I'll be scrolling, okay, put it down, then I'll go on a YouTube video, okay, come off that, go back on the assignment, nothing's coming, no, like, blank, literally. I know what I need to do, know what I need to write about, I have the whole plan there, can't do it. I said, you know what, this is not working. I've been sitting at the table for over 2 hours, no work's been produced. Let me just paint. I haven't done that in a while. I'm like, I haven't painted in a while. That's something that we like to do to get the creative juices flowing, to relax, because we can talk while we paint, we can watch something while we paint, we can, there's so many, have a real nice jam session. And yeah, there's done that in a while. Aside from a few weeks ago, it was my birthday.
Hello.
And I must say, this was really lovely. I'm 27 this year. Nija's gonna go get him. Yeah. And my
who are we going to get? Beat. On the too far.
My homegirls surprised me. Oh, it's so lovely. And the sun was shining. It wasn't, when we were outside, it was warm enough. It was warm enough. It was a really nice day.
God gave us sun for a good
Give thanks. Yeah. And it was a lovely surprise. We had some good food. Shout out to my neighbours. Shout out to everyone involved. My few friends. Love you all.
We love you back.
And we had a paint session. It was really nice. It was really relaxing. Obviously, it was a surprise, so I didn't know, but I just wish we started the day earlier. I messed up the plans a little bit because I changed my morning plans, which was a part of the surprise. But
yeah, we was waiting for Neija to leave so we could come and surprise her. This was in the house still dallying, so yeah. But it was great. It went how it was supposed to go. It did. I don't think we need to start earlier. Would have been drunker.
Yeah.
So we made it to the next day. Great. Yeah. Gracefully.
But things like that was just a few days of celebration. Obviously, I'm grateful to be alive, but it's like God gave me life, and then I have all this life to live and these people around me, and it was just a reminder that it's just more than enough. Because I remember like 2 years ago, what did I do for my birthday? Nothing. A year ago, a little bit more. We went out with my master uncle, had some good Ethiopian food. It was cold. Come around this year, we had more warmth, we had more sunshine. It was just more vibes. It's just like, okay, going through life, and it's just getting it's real better out than in.
Slipped out. Can edit that out. I'm so sorry. But yeah, say that last bit again. For editing purposes.
It's being surrounded with people that you love and just doing what you can. I'm not really that fussy. Like I said, I'm glad to be alive. That's enough. I've been blessed with some good experiences, some amazing people. Thank you to everyone who did wish me a happy room leave day. And it's been a journey. It's been a journey, but I just feel like I just like to just relax. It's just a new season. To me, spring is the real new year. So yeah, and just taking that joy with me wherever I go. And just being kind to others, which brings me onto a point like you mentioned, in the world, the vibe's not that great. So for some people don't have loved ones they can share things with. But what happened to customer service?
No, girl. I just feel like I'm right there with you, because I feel like everywhere I go now, it's like I'm having to say to myself, it's not my fault you work here. It's not my fault you work here.
They need to check somebody because their manners, everyone forgot their manners.
I just feel like I used to go, I'm not saying all the time, but sometimes you go to the shop and you have such a pleasant experience. You're like, I really hope that person actually has a good rest of their day.
Mean it, yeah.
Is that sense of normality, is a human interaction. When I used to work in customer service, that one made that the best experience when I could. If you were cheeky to me, I was cheeky to you. But for the most part, the customers that greet you with that good energy,
they gotta get it back.
On them long shifts, you gotta give it back to them. This Amazon delivery man came here today, right, and he knocked off the door like a Fed man to begin with.
First of all,
so I ran down the stairs, all hectic. Open the door, the man didn't even look at me, just fling the parcel in my hand, and I'm just like,
come about his business.
I don't even know how to report people on Amazon, but I was very tempted to report this man, because I just feel like Amazon be doing some questionable things constantly. They knock if you don't answer, your parcel's left on the roof.
They love I was gonna say they love flinging over a fence. Don't care who's walking by, who's see, anyone could take it. Give thanks that it hasn't been bought. That's somebody's thing.
Right. The man just threw the thing in my hand. He didn't even look at me. I think I was a little bit taken aback.
Like you're not even worth nothing.
I'm not even worth a look in the face as you pass me a parcel.
Where's the human decency? I think since lockdown, people don't really care about customer service. Like you said, like back in the day, I remember when I used to work in Clark's, we'd have a radio head earpiece thingy, and everyone could listen to what you were saying, so the managers would be tuned in.
Like constantly, it's just playing. Yeah. That's nosy.
It is, but you see, if a customer walk past, they're watching you, what you're doing. The customer walk past, and you're not greeting properly. Oh, you could have. That was a selling point there. You could have greeted that customer. Maybe we should go run that customer. Like them kind of things. Like the way that was instilled in us, and people who weren't doing it, they weren't really trying to keep them on.
Yeah.
Now I go into a shop, all the workers are talking to each other. They don't even. Like, I'm like, hello.
Yeah, like you have to call attention to get you to come over and serve me. Going to JD, they're all there like behind the desk, like, oh, you're gonna do it. I'm like, is this a shop or like?
And then they're serving you, and they're not even talking. They're carrying on their conversation like you're not there, and it's just like you guys can actually wait to have your conversation, and it's just like it just makes me feel like I know it's not the same thing, but I'm just like, there goes the neighborhood. There goes the neighborhood. Where's your parents? Because you weren't. How were you raised to not even have manners to people? Just basic manners, whether it's your job or not. Where's your manners?
It's just the lack. I think it's just human interaction from lockdown. People have just come out and just nobody knows how to talk to nobody anymore. I just feel like it's all gone now. Used to go into shops and just I remember actually having pleasant shopping experiences. Now that's why I like to shop online, because cut all the corners and just like don't have to talk to nobody and go into these shops and have unpleasant shopping experiences. And you walk into certain shops and people are following you around. Like I went into this corner shop as well recently, and I can tell that they're going down certain aisles, but from the back way to kind of just keep tabs on the shop.
That's when I interact with them, because hi, you're right. Yes, I do, because we're not gonna do it that way. I feel like sometimes
not me. I'm sorry. I'm like, can I help you? Asking I don't want that in your shop. I just have to make them know. Don't want nothing in your shop.
No, if I'm browsing and they're like, you're right, do you need it? I'll be like, no, I'm just looking. Because I like to see them just give up. Don't waste your time up here. I'm not gonna buy anything today. I'm just a window shopper sometimes. But like you said, online I prefer it online, but I like the people interaction. I like when I'm walking or when I'm out and about. That's when I'm walking. When I'm out and about and people greet me. Like I really like that. Good morning, or you're right. Like when people are staring at me, I will. You just feel a bit. It's like someone looking at you, but I will be like, I turn my head like you need.
I don't mind like that.
I'm not gonna. But then I find that some people actually interact with you, but they're just not sure how you would be. Yeah, but I always make it a point. Not always, actually. I'm not gonna.
Because when I'm not in a social mood, I don't speak.
Sometimes I just do them.
Yeah, especially on my way to work all the time. Like the office people, some of them are really friendly. Like they'll just be popsing along with their little kitten heels on. Hey, morning. I'm not always I'm not always
Good day. You're right. I try and mix it up.
I didn't teach nobody in the office yet, but I've been coming in saying grand rising, and because they've been saying good morning to me, and I'll be like, no, we don't do morning, and I've been like the grand rising. It's all over the office now. I was like, wow,
trendsetter.
He just keeps because this one guy just keeps teaching it to everybody else. I'm just like, please, can you stop taking it and making it like a liberal thing now? I'm coming in, these white people are telling me grand rising.
But you liberated them, Sham. They went from morning to a great rising. Come on now. The people feel liberated.
No, because those who don't understand, it's not going to stick with. That's what I don't want.
Just leave them then. But there's some that are like, it's that when they ask you what does it mean, and you actually tell them, they're like, I've heard people say, I didn't think of it like that.
When you get up in the morning and you rise like the sun, if you understand that words have power, then you realize that the subconscious mind knows no difference between when you are joking or you're being serious. So everything you say, the mind remembers and it manifests into reality, physical reality. Now saying that, when you rise in the morning like the sun, the word morning, when you break down the etymology of the word morning is what you do when people pass away. Morning is what you do when you're sad. Morning is what you do when you're releasing those emotions of anxiety, or you're releasing those emotions of fear because you fear that this person have leave you. When you say rise, you're rising in the morning. So instead of saying good morning, because why would it be good that you're morning? You understand? Words have power.
But so you have to get into the etymology. I feel like we said this before. We have to get into the etymology of words because language goes deeper than what we think.
Yeah, it's not tomb. It's a it's esophagus. Yeah, right.
Woo!
But yeah, while we are on the topic of the world and requirements of the world, back to uni. How is that? Obviously, I'm the not the bad one because I did try uni, and it's not that it didn't work. I just feel like at the time in my life, I just wasn't in the mind frame to do uni and do life. I feel like one of them was gonna have to give.
Wait a minute. That's how you felt?
Girl, you think it's a joke? Like, first time I tried uni was good. It was a good experience. And then I think where I went, well, I'm not going to say where I went wrong because everything is a lesson. But for me, when I first started my degree and I went to Nottingham and I moved away from home, I loved it. I was having fun and I was in structure. I think breaking that to come closer to home and change unis, that is where I messed up. And then all of that happened through COVID, online teaching. And I was in bed doing lectures. I wasn't the same person as when I had that human interaction and could go in and sit there and listen. So I kind of just like lost the thrill because they lost the way they were like the pizzazz in teaching it to me as well. So it wasn't fun for me. So I just had to turn straight away and just say goodbye. And yeah, didn't finish my degree. But do I feel like you need uni, in my opinion, to achieve certain things now? No, because the world's making it easier. But also, I do believe that for the things you need certificates for and degrees for, you should go for it, but it's just not for everyone. I'm like, yeah. So, how is it for you?
I agree. I agree with you. I don't think you need uni. It depends on the profession that you want to go into. And I think it's more than just you getting a piece of paper because university is a journey. And the fact...
Sorry, I didn't mean to downplay your thing. I don't mean like, but they give you all that stress and it's literally for a degree just to say, and the degree is a piece of paper that says you can do this, you do this, you do that now.
No,
that's
it's true.
The only way.
Because not everyone, when you see... I'm in therapeutic arts, so the course that I'm on, when I enrolled, I deferred for 2 years, so I started 2 years after I enrolled. I applied even. So when I started, what am I saying? When I went to the open day and I applied off what they shared with me, when I started, it was a completely different structure to the course. And even now, I'm in second year and it's still changing. There's a structure, but I don't think the tutors work together consistently across the board. I was finding that in the arts. I'm arts based, so I always find that people always doubt the success rate of the arts in anything that you do. People just think like it's just...
Do you feel like people who teach you doubt it as well? Like, or do they all have that belief in...
That's a good question, and I see it in some of the tutors where they don't feel like we're getting the full balance in the course because we do drama, art. When I say the arts, drama, art, dance, movement, and music and sound. So that's everything. But then we do lean towards the fine art more. Drama. I don't feel like drama has been explored that much. Movement and dance a little bit, but again not as much. So there's not an equal balance between them, even though we do get the opportunity to explore it. But to the question you asked, I would say for the training that they give you, so I'm learning a lot about as much as I do the arts, I'm learning about the what do you call it, the written, not the theory side of it. So arts in health, how that relates to if me being a professional, I can't just go in there and say, oh, I can do an art workshop. I need to be able to prove that I can do an art workshop. What is my research based stuff? I need to know how to understand the research, how to even do my own research and present it to people. And I will be a qualified drama therapist. Therapy is a whole, that's only you can only do that as a master's course. So that's a whole nother level, and we have to do therapy ourselves as a part of the course. So I
like
feel
that aspect for you. I think that is really good.
Yeah,
like,
I love therapy.
If you, well, some people don't go and do their degree, but that's something that is a good requirement.
I will another will. I will be sharing that with the community, because
absolutely, let us know how the therapy sessions go.
We need to get through this year.
What you gonna uncover?
So it's breathing into the mic, but but yeah, it's skills that I want to share. I think it's very important. I see why people say you don't need the course to be qualified, but then I also see why you do need it, because it's not just in one session, it's over time that you work in it. So I would say it depends on the profession that you go into, and you actually get out what you put in. So if you want to get the most out of it, you need to access every single part of university that you can, or any kind of course. I don't think I've done that fully either, but that's part of the community. The commuting does affect that, because I just want to, and
that was part of it for me as well. Like, going back and forth was just so long. It just was sucking the fun out of it for me. And it was like, I'm looking at tomorrow, I'm like, oh, I've got uni at 9 and I've got to do a 45-minute. It's just like you start adding up the layers. It's just like,
you're cutting your fun from tonight so you can get a good rest and go to uni early in the morning.
Commute spend, food spend, it's too much.
It's a lot. It is a lot.
But I commend you, girl, and I'm here for you and this degree. Honestly, since you started it, you've taught me a lot as well, like even in just the stuff that we're doing. So I do, what's it called? I'm gonna graduate.
We're graduating together. This is our degree, really.
Right. But no, I'm happy that you're thriving. You're thriving in this. So just keep pushing through. That's all I can say. In them times when you feel like it's getting harder, and just reward yourself with those smaller moments. Go to the shop. Have a little lunch.
I do like a working lunch.
Have a little lunch.
I do like the support. Really lean. I would say for anyone who is thinking about it or going through their journey, ask for help. And it doesn't matter if someone knows your course or what you're doing. I seek the help of Sham all the time, and that's when I feel like I'm actually doing my work. I will be explaining the module to Sham. Sham will be reading the modules with me. We're breaking it down, understanding. Sham will give me a paragraph, or I'll edit it. I'll give her my ideas. She'll edit my stuff, and it's just it's for everybody. Like, so I'm gonna ask for help, and it's not just Sham. There's other people I share with, and that's when I feel like, okay, when I come out of those moments, I'm like, why was I trying to do this by myself? Why do I keep trying to do, and I feel bad because I'm leaning. So Sham has told me off a few times, but when I feel like I'm asking you for too much of your time, and it's like, this ain't your work, like, why does Sham want to do my work for me? But it's not that. It's an understanding that we can all get, because there's value in it. So, but we have to find the value, or seek it and find it.
What you don't know is, when I was in uni, I would have died for someone to just say, come, let me look for your modules with chat. Because I will say, if I didn't learn anything from uni, it was 2 years worth of skills, right? Because Sham's bad on the sewing machine, regardless who she can.
Right. Real fashion designer, if you didn't know.
Or, yeah, I lost it. However, having someone just to compare and go over stuff with, it just takes off some of the load. Sometimes it just makes more sense if someone reads something out for you, or can just give you a different perspective. So I don't have a problem doing that with you, girl. That's gonna help you get to that walk across the stage, so I can sit in the crowd and make bare noise. I'm here for you.
I'm very grateful.
But yeah, it's nice to see people around me just thriving and going towards the career aspirations. And this is the perfect degree for you. I don't think there's been a degree that was made for Neij like this one right here.
Literally.
Yeah, like every time you come back, you tell me you've done something new, I'm just like, that sounds so you. And I'm just like, yeah. and then you come back with stuff that we can shape and make into stuff that we can make for our community. So it's like it's all been informative.
Yeah,
it's all been informative. Good. So would you say, do you need uni? If you had to say, okay, to your child, then if your child says to you, I don't want to go to uni, are you supporting that vision?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Because I'll just say it depends on what you're going into.
Yeah.
You can do courses and you can do apprenticeships, and I feel like I see a lot of across all industries, but industry professionals who offer that one-to-one learning. So if you can get, and I've heard a lot of successful business people, entrepreneurs share that they didn't go to uni, they had a passion, but it's their drive and determination that led them to the spaces where the right people are for them to get the experience and learn on the job. So I think it depends on your learning style as well, because I am struggling. Like I'm struggling in uni. I'm that side of to sit down and just type and do the research. Like I'm a proactive person. Like I learn by doing. I want to be out there. That's when things connect for me. So that part is difficult. However, I'm learning a new skill in the process. So I'm learning to slow down and take in information and add it to what I can already do. So the struggle is the development, because I'm uncomfortable. But if you want to grow, you got to be uncomfortable. But I would support anyone that does that, because I'll tell my sister, she's done her college stuff, but she's a dancer. She doesn't need uni to do that. But I have to make sure that she's what's the word, going into the right avenues to get the most out of what she can do. She's professionally trained, and me a little bit, but I'm invested a lot into that. Other people have invested into that career, so I want to see her get the most out of it in every area that she can, not just on social media, but professionally, and to give back and teach other people as well, which I feel is important. So yeah, just depends on what you want to do, really.
I feel like as well, sometimes now in this age, it's easier for people to get complacent and feel like if you hone your niche and can market it well on social media, then you're just automatically going to make it. So I do feel like for some professions, uni can be essential. Like you said, if my child didn't want to go, I can support it because I'd be a hypocrite not to. But I just want to make sure that, like you said, they've got other things that can pursue that will help them get to the end goal, because that's basically what I'm doing now. And I can see how if you have the right advisories, my only struggle, I would say, is jobs that can provide you like these entry level jobs, not actually hiring at entry level, so people can get experience to then spread their wings. But hopefully by their time, there'll actually be entry level jobs that will do more than they are now. But that's probably my struggle now, breaking out of uni and trying to be a creative outside of the scholar system is harder when you're trying to look for entry level positions where you can hone your skills. Everything is basically self-taught until somebody gives you an opportunity to hone your skills and make them either corporatize them or just make them more professional. But
exactly, what do you do? Because people like you have the experience, have the knowledge, have the skills, but say, do you think there was a time where you didn't know how to market that to professionals so you can connect with them?
For me, yeah, I would say yeah, because I didn't know nothing really. I mean, there was talks about it in uni for me, like making portfolios. But back then, because I didn't have no collateral, I was like, you telling me about making a portfolio, but we're not, like, I haven't finished the degree yet, so there's nothing to put in there. But obviously, like, since coming out and doing like little projects and stuff, I'm building one now, so it's good. It's nice to see like the skills that I was taught, I can actually use them to put towards something that can get me exposure. But I don't know, it's hard. It's very hard. Yeah, just have to apply and just hope the opportunities arise, and just like it's hard, like even job searching for creative jobs is just a whole other ball game. you end up on a rabbit hole of websites just trying to find an opportunity. But it is what it is, man. It's just harder without university, because sometimes I feel like I like that aspect. They kind of like navigate you towards jobs. Sometimes, not always, in some cases, but they still give you perspective of different roles and the names of them. You just kind of out here finding your feet.
Yeah,
when you're not.
But that's what I remember. They tried to sell it that way when I was in secondary school, that you have to go to uni if you want to get a proper job, and that's the only way you'll get help. But what if you don't need to do that? It was like apprenticeships. They say you can do that, but it's like you don't really want to do an apprenticeship because that's for like certain jobs. But again, like what if you want to do something that doesn't require it? But I've seen a lot of companies as kind of scrapping that need for qualifications now because they're realizing people are out here doing their own thing and still getting to that standard that they want better than some people that are qualified, because some people you just know how to write an essay but you don't actually have the practical skills because like you said, not every university course or university is nurturing that side to people to go out and gain the experience and to have that healthy balance between uni life and your personal life and in work life too. Interesting.
I agree.
Interesting. I feel like to talk in minutes because I've seen you.
But yeah, how do you feel about apprenticeships though? Because I feel like they're not very like, I don't know. Back then, I feel like apprenticeships was either engineering or beauty. I feel like that's the only engineering, and probably culinary.
I would say I feel the same,
but I still feel like that though. Like I feel like now out here, because where I work, beep, they've started doing apprenticeships now. That's a sales role, so obviously you've seen they're doing their degrees alongside, they're doing their uni work. Sorry, what is it? Is it college work? Apprenticeship work.
Work while you earn.
Yes, earn while you work. But so they have to do essays as well as doing jobs and having like high metrics to work off. Like my job sales, so we work off KPIs and stuff like that. They've still got high ass KPIs to do and can complete essays alongside that. I would be overwhelmed.
Me too. I think they shouldn't do a full 9 to 5 Monday to Friday, and they need to up that wage because how you working full time
so little
with them pennies.
I don't know.
And then you're supposed to go take up evening job too and weekend job, and when you're supposed to do your assignments, if you're literally there for the whole of the daytime,
it's a lot.
I think apprenticeships are good, but they can make them a bit better.
Yeah, because they do get paid a lot less but do the same thing we do, and I think it's just a way of them copying out of paying them more just because they're learning on the job and they're getting skills.
I agree, but that's training. Right, let's
like we get paid like when you get the job, then we pay for your trainings, but like to get you to that level with these kids, you're able to charge them. No, see, I just want to make sure that my opinion them don't have to do things this way.
I was gonna do one, but I couldn't remember. I could not tell you what the role was, but it was a good role. It was a really good role, and then I had to let it go because I was like, how I haven't got the time to be doing that and go pick up another job. That's not what I want to do. The whole point of me being here is for me to earn while I learn, you know. So I had to let that go because I had responsibilities at home, you know. I was in my early 20s, so I needed to bring a bit more than the little pennies, and that was not going to sustain my lifestyle.
That's the next thing. This doesn't sustain the lifestyle,
you know, and that wasn't even cost of living, but things still cost. My mother couldn't support me at that time. I'm a big woman, like to go get a job, like a proper job. If I'm not in uni or that way, but I think it's like your passion. So I say be passionate about what you do, because if you're passionate, I feel like that's when you get the guidance on where to go and what to do, rather than when you're trying to do something that's not really suited to you. So I would ask you, I don't know how to go into this next topic, because for me, the profession that I'm going into, I feel like I was always a performer. I was going to be a famous actress. So when I was going to uni,
you are a famous actress.
I'm a famous
You're only 27 years of age. You don't know what next year could bring for you.
You know?
Do you know what I mean? It's Divineinscentive TV today. Tomorrow it's Tyler Perry. You never know.
You never know. I like that. You never know. But it's true. It was the first uni me and my mum went to.
Mm-hmm.
And you know me, I love give advice. I've always been this way. And my mum always used to tell me, she'd hear me giving my friends advice, like, well, you don't go pick up counselling or something. I'm like, no, I'm an actress. I said I would, but they don't take the advice enough, so I'm not gonna go give it up. So I said maybe on the side I was gonna be an actress and I was gonna do psychology as like a little side course. This is what my plan was. And then we went to an open day. The first uni I went to, loved the uni. It was in London because back in the day, I used to love London. And then someone asked the question. I was like, "Do you offer drama therapy here?" And me and my mum looked at each other and we were like, she was like, "Neej, that's you." And I said, "Yeah." And that was when I was 18, and I held on to it. I let go of it for a little bit because I didn't go to uni like I planned, and I was just working for a few years. But then I was like, no, this is what I actually want to do, and now this is what I'm doing. But I do believe like that was something that God gave me because I didn't know about it. I didn't even think about it that way. I was really focused on the acting part. Do you believe that as much as we have free will, do you believe like certain things in your life are destined?
Yeah, 1,000%. I feel like as well, more now I'm tapped in alignment. It's just, you can't deny it. Like, I'll be having a conversation about something and then it shows itself in my life. Like, it's just alignment of the steps. Like, I'm seeing things and hearing about them as I'm discussing them, meaning I'm talking about the right things now. I'm in the right places now. I do believe that some things God gives you, like, for example, for me, the journey wasn't staying at uni, but I've come out of it with the skills same way. So regardless of if I finished or not, I was still put there to acquire some of the knowledge that I've acquired, and the knowledge I've acquired has taken me to where I am now, and the things that I've been able to do because I know how to do them because I've been there and learned it. So God be giving you the tools and the gems as long as you tapped in and you reading the signs and say it's not happening by chance. Yeah, you're being blessed. You're getting little gems of abundance as you go through it, as you go on. Connecting that to the disconnect I've been feeling. Connecting God to the disconnect. I would say my people. Obviously, everyone, I don't know, people identify with certain religions. This is a very multicultural environment, world we're living in. I don't subscribe to religion, but I subscribe to the Most High. No judgment. Y'all can subscribe to whatever you want. I know, like, this will go into much deeper conversation and we'll have to give this a whole segment, but we're just going to talk about it briefly today. But I read the Bible, yes. I think it's important to know the word. That was what I was raised in as well. So now I'm going older, I'm trying to understand that, of my own interpretation of it. A lot of it makes sense, and I don't want to get into the parts that are filtered right now. Right now, I'm just trying to learn it. Just as I would pick up after this, I hope to pick up the Quran. I hope to pick up some of the Torah, maybe.
Torah. I do want to read the Torah.
Yeah,
I do want to.
Do you know what I mean?
I just want to look for myself.
I want to know for myself about every religion. So I have nothing against anyone who subscribes to it. I just want to have the chance to make my own decisions of which parts align with my life, and I want to live and be that person. I don't want to subscribe to any outer name. I only have one mission, and everyone's mission should be the same, whether you have a religion or not. Is just to get yourself to being that higher person, and that higher person can only come for you realizing and covering yourself and centering yourself with God. For those who don't believe in God, I don't know in this current climate how you can't because I don't know, you just got to, like, if you're disconnected in this current climate and you don't believe in any source of higher power, I pray for you.
Do you feel like people could...
that was deep.
No, I feel it too, but then I feel like, no. Do you feel like you or other people hold on to God or to religion because of fear of how the world is inside? They don't know what to do.
I do, because I used to be that person. Like growing up, the way we were taught about God was to fear him. He's this man he knows all that's happening and he's in control of the way it's all going to turn out. So you need to live a certain way and act accordingly, and have this fear element of like the journey of religion or whatever you're subscribing to. It was never about like actually a belief system before. It was a fear system.
No, I agree. I was raised in church as well. I got baptized when I was 14.
Every time you tell me this, I'm like, you got baptized? Every time you tell me, it's like a shock.
I did. This was 2011. So, like you, it was fear. It was a lot of fear mongering. I didn't understand. Well, I understand now. I didn't understand then, and I just feel like I was just going with what everyone said, and I felt out of place because I didn't have the connection that everyone else had. Like I just didn't get what everyone else was talking about. Like it was like you know, at the all the time people are praying for you. It's like you can feel like you like you feel the Holy Spirit. I'm just like, I don't feel it. I don't.
And they're trying to
you couldn't
push you
tell
down.
anyone that. It's just like they don't give you. Well, I didn't feel like I was given a chance. Yeah, I can't take the push down because then I felt like I'm wasting your energy, and I felt bad because it's like it's not connecting. But I thought it's me. But I'm a child, like I didn't understand it. I'm not saying people didn't try and explain it to me, but again, it was just fear. Like I remember thinking, I understand now that it was how I grew up in my younger years is how I interpreted a lot of what they said. So I took the fear on. So I remember everyone was like, here they said the world soon end. Like remember in 2012, like everyone thought the world was about to end. I was at that altar. I used to go watch night service. So that is, you go to church like in the evening on December 31st up until early hours of the morning, 1st of January, and I was at the altar praying because I thought the world was about to end.
Yeah.
I was praying, and my eyes were closed. I said, God, I was in that prayer.
Can't make this
I
up.
opened up my eyes and there was no one at the altar. I said, everyone went back to their seats. I said, hold on. Everyone was just carrying on like normal. I said, the world didn't end. I said,
you was in church. I remember that when I thought the world was going to crumble and everyone kept talking about how God's coming for his world, and I was just like, oh no, we have to get ready. God's children, everybody ready up. Are you ready for the Zion train? and God never come yet.
I was on my knees, on my face, praying. When I say everyone was just back at their chair, I said,
continuing.
I said,
that's what I just didn't like.
Didn't lie to me, but I felt pressured. And then my best friend died as well in the summer, so that some people played on that as well, and I didn't like it. I tried to be a good Christian, couldn't do it.
Yeah,
couldn't keep up with it. I said I tried. I struggled for a few years, and then after a while, I don't know when. I think around like 17. 16, like 16, 17, I kind of was, now I'm a young adult, like I'm learning different things about the world, and that's when I kind of started to step back until like a few years, I would say around 18. No, not even 18. I just knew in that region between 16 and 18, I left church, and I was like, this ain't me. I can't keep up with it. I'm not seeing Jesus how you guys are telling me to see him. I don't understand. Like, I'm not connected. Like, I can't live up to the expectations.
Is that any expectations as well? Because, like, it's like, what they're looking at you as a child. Why don't you know God? Or why you're not learning enough? But it's just like, it wasn't given in a way that was digestible enough for us as kids. Like, you just instilled fear in me. And I think that's why I have such a disconnect with religion now, because I don't, because you get so caught up on, oh, these are the facts, and these are this, and this is what God said, and this is why it is to do. But the message changes daily. We're in different times. Obviously, it was written for the evolution, yes, but God talks to me differently daily and monthly than how this book talks to me, and how you guys are telling me what God wants from me. My journey is different to the things in here. I've got different steps that I'm going on. Life is different for me, so I have to tap in. It's not just about me reading the Bible and knowing the word only. The word is on the help. It's the how.
It's a guideline. It's a guide, and you have to think the time that it was written in was a whole different country, different time. The society was completely different. How I'm trying to understand old texts, old English, old teachings in the modern days, and then I'm going from church, learning what I'm learning, and then going into school, and it's like I'm trying to share things and have conversations, and no one's getting what I'm talking about. I can't connect with people, so then I just felt displaced, and it just felt really cliquey. It just felt like a whole other group of people I just couldn't conquer, and I just always just felt like misplaced. So it's just like it just didn't help with, especially after that time when I lost my friend. It's like I saw the world differently. Like I just would look at people and how they connect with people, and I just felt like I can't connect with people how other people do. Like I didn't feel like I had a close friend, and it's just like now I'm looking at adults, and it's just like I can't live up to what you guys are doing, and it's just now it's taken a few years, a long time, because I was out there. There's nothing out there.
Yeah, I can't find nothing.
There's nothing out there. But do you get it? Do you get it? Like,
yeah,
but,
I get it. I get it.
But now I'm just like, there's something. I've always been searching for spirituality, so I feel like I've come. I don't want to say I've come back, but it's where I started. I've come to, so it's like back to basics now. Like, let me read the Bible for myself and understand what's going on, because people quote it a lot, but from what I've read and understood for myself, I'm like, this is not some of the scriptures I've heard and how people use them. Like, that's not, when I read it, that's not what I get from it. So I'm just like, I remember some things I did learn, some good principles and things from church. And one thing my pastor always used to say is, he'd preach a real good sermon. We'd say, don't believe me, go back to your Bible, bring it back to God and pray on it, study it for yourself. And that's always stayed with me. And it's just like, because we're so overloaded with information, we just always forget that we need to go and find the source ourselves, because again, people are interpreting it their way based on their experience and their perspective, and we don't know why their perspective's that way, but how they were raised, their life experiences shapes that. So we have to take time and, let go and let God,
right,
in a way,
right,
and not be so hard on ourselves, because I really struggle with that.
Girl,
and like letting
it's easier said than done.
It really is. And understanding, realizing that I feel like you've got religion, and that's like the organization of it. It's like that's the community like that's what people hold you up to a certain standard. But then you've got your faith and your personal relationship with God, which is, that's what you have to go to your creator. The creator made you a certain way. There's a reason why we're all different. We have to go to the I say the person, but the maker about you. Like, I like when people give the example of, if you bought like a wardrobe or something, you got the instructions. If you need help, you're gonna go to the manufacturer about their things, and they can tell you what you need or what might not be working. So it's the same with yourself.
That's a good analogy.
It is, but it's not.
Okay, we're gonna say it's ours for the purpose of the Divineinscentive.
But so you have to go like straight to the source, because how else are you gonna know? People can only tell you so much, but we are all flawed. We've all got our own hurts. We've got our own interpretations, our own experiences. So yes, we're supposed to help each other and connect, but cut out the middleman. If you're reading something and it resonates.
And in the case of middleman, for me, that's religion. Like, that's middleman. Because when you take all that away, what is everyone's aim? To grow their faith, right? But you need to put a title on that to do it.
That's true.
You put a title on it, and then you hold yourself in high conviction for you not upholding the standards of being this perfect thing. Like for me, I drink, I do a little bit of other stuff. That sounds quite wild. Sounds quite wild.
She's not that bad.
I drink, I don't just. I had to set the record straight because we're not gonna go make you take that one wild. But I'm not perfect, and I have a potty mouth sometimes. But it's about me consciously knowing the stuff I'm working towards phasing them out or tailoring them to where they're not abusing and they're not taking over my conscious mind and stuff like that. So you know what I mean? It's me. It's my filter on it, and me also knowing that if I'm trying to get closer, certain things will have to slip away in that time as I'm becoming the higher woman. As I said, higher woman. What does she look like?
How does she show up?
How does she show up? And even people don't realize that even through like loving on yourself and, for example, journaling and stuff, is all connecting you to that higher energy. Whether you want to say it's God in that case or the God in you, because it's all part of unpacking it and helping yourself evaluate your wording and your thought process and stuff, and it's all for the greater good. So people worship in many ways: prayer, meditation, journaling. There's many different ways of connecting to that higher energy. So for me, that's the aspect of faith I look at, and it's more fun for me this way. Like before, it was as simple as church, Bible, and pray.
Yeah, there's no joy
in it. Me doing the stuff that I do, my skills, my talents, that's all part of my ordained purpose. I believe I'm put here to be a creative. So me being creative is also an aspect of praise, because those aren't my talents. Who somebody gave me that. I was given that. I was given them, and now they're Sham the Creative. Sham the Creative was not put here by happen by evolution of monkey. You know, it came from something magical. So yeah, that's how I look at faith in this new season. But back to the disconnect, that is how I've been staying afloat throughout the disconnection. Like, I don't know, just having a place to confer. Sometimes I just sit down and just, let words flow, or if I write my journal. But it's just how I'm staying grounded amongst all the disconnection. I just literally will just write out how I'm feeling. And you just have to be transparent with yourself in this time. Like, allow those emotions to show themselves and handle them. Yeah.
You have to be real vulnerable
with yourself and take it back. And that's, I think, that's where I'm at right now. Because like you said, you can be hard on yourself, but it's just like unpacking it all and taking it one day at a time. That's all you can do. Just make sure you do more than you did yesterday when you can. Some days you can't. Be transparent. Like, I've got nothing to give sometimes. I'm literally like, yeah, I'm gonna chill today. I'm gonna have a bed day. And sometimes I'm still getting to that point where sometimes I do feel really negative for having days where I just choose myself.
When you're lucky, what was you gonna give if you didn't have it? And all you could do was get up and drink some water. Even that, did you drink water today? Because sometimes
I don't even have hydration. Hydration is not a thing. I would just
body shut off.
2 meals. By the time I get out of bed, 2 meals I should have had 2 meals in that time frame. But yeah, you just have to, have faith.
Hold the faith.
We're not going to stay with you guys too much longer, but we want to leave you with some tips for how we've been, going through this season of disconnection, and just like really trying to stay afloat amongst that, and just provide some words of encouragement and affirmation that you are doing everything that you can do in these times, and sometimes that just needs to be enough for the masses and for yourself, because we don't give ourselves enough grace sometimes. And I think we should start giving ourselves more grace in this season. When it all crumbles down, it's just you that's left. You and, well, the Most High. So take it easy and love on you, and remember to reward yourself, and not everything should just be work. Take that holiday.
But also, if you're not well and you can't do your job, they will replace you, and they have replacements waiting. So.
Right, everything you replaceable everywhere you go. I'm not going to tell you to go and do a mad thing at work and that. Like, if you can look after yourself and reward yourself where you got a holiday, you can take it. Do it if you can. Financially, you can do it, whatever. But in these times, just stay strong, I would say. But yeah, any tips, sister?
I would say, sister, start with your habits, your daily habits. I'm an advocate for self-care, like look after yourself, but start with your rest. How do you rest? If you're not getting enough rest, then your brain's not resting properly. It's not getting a chance to rejuvenate. Your body's not repairing itself properly. You need to rest. Be as consistent as you can. Also, I would say in any kind of anything that you're doing, this will work for, not just just as we're talking about connecting with the Most High, but start with your heart. Like, I hear a lot about heart posture, but how do you show up? Not just when you feel good, but when you don't feel good. Like the things about you that you don't really like, or the things that you could improve on, or even ask people that you know. Like, how could you be a better friend, a better sister, a better classmate, a better co-worker? Like, how could you just show up better? What suggestions do people have for you, people that see you? Because as much as you know yourself, people know you differently. So allow people that you trust and respect, allow them to actually don't hide from correction, because that's where you're gonna grow. That's what I would say. But rest and self-introspection, and if you pray for that to be revealed. Like, how can you the world makes us hard, so how can your heart be unhardened
in this world? In this time.
That's something I have personally. It wasn't even like in an angry way as well. It was so gentle, the way I felt. Just like, I asked for it, I prayed for it, and I was open to receive it. Where it's just in my day to day, I would just have that feeling, because obviously people experience God differently. But it was just like that, how my thoughts have changed. Like, the negative self-talk is not as
prominent.
It's not
it's
like
little bits that you still find that you have to like fizzle out. But if you're confident in that, one day you're going to be looking at a different version of yourself that's going to like just laugh back at some of the hard moments that you have now. It's hard to not smile.
I laugh at myself in the present moment.
You have to laugh at you. I don't want nobody else to laugh at me.
I'll be cussing to myself about some little things, and I'll be like, wow, get it together, girl. Do you have any more tips?
I would say a little a day is better than none at all. In my case, right now, I'm kind of trying to teach myself how to do things that I would like to pursue. It's been slow because some days I don't have the motivation, because it's self-taught. It's not like I've got someone accountable taking me to a lesson every day. So it's like that accountability within myself to just get up every day and make sure every day I can make it educational and somewhat, so I've learned something new. But every day you do a little is more than the day you didn't do none at all. And it might be a little bit of knowledge, but it's knowledge. A little a day is better than none. That may be, in some cases, if you're being compassionate, just waking up and brushing your teeth. Sometimes it's hard from a depression folks. Like, I know some days, like, waking up and even getting out of bed is a struggle and a task. But you even opening up your curtains is a little a day. Keep it going. For my brother, working at 9 to 5, not much time for himself, but you made time to do that little project. A little a day. For my sister who's been on that 9 to 5, and you made time to go and get that shopping and make time to go get your nails done, a little a day. Just keep it going. You know what I mean? Trying to speak to all the masses out there.
Everybody.
Trying to talk to everybody out there. But honestly, just choose you in this season. As much as it might feel hard and selfish, and everyone was talking about being selfish last year. I'm legitimately being selfish this year, because if I don't, amongst feeling disconnected and not choosing myself, that's asking for chaos. Yeah, 100% agree.
And can I add on as well what you said with like doing a little a day, while you're building new habits and healthy patterns. I would, for different people, but I would say you don't have to do the same thing every day. Certain things, like if you want to journal, like start with once a week or twice a week. But if today I journaled and tomorrow I go for a walk and I just reason with myself, talk out loud, and then the next day I pray, and then the next day, things like that, just build healthy habits altogether that are adding. So even if you're not, rather than beating yourself up because you didn't journal 4 times this week when you said you were going to do 4, but did you do it once? Did you at least reflect, for example? So
that's what I'm saying. Reward the little achievements as well, and just know that you not, like, for example, like you said about the journal thing. I fall off my journaling sometimes, and I'm like, oh shit, 2 days have passed and I haven't journaled yet. Remember today, journal today.
Honestly, I let that go.
I was so consistent on my journaling, and then I literally, like, life took over, and I don't have time to pick up that book sometimes.
No, I just.
But when I do, and
sit down and I just go.
And it's the best time every time. It's the best time. So just do what you can. I'd also say for me, what I've been doing recently is kind of like filtering all that low vibrational content completely off my socials. I'm literally like, if it ain't about black hair, ain't about being creative, ain't about photography, film, like just like happy content and stuff like that, I've completely like tried to unfollow certain pages that I don't get the best from if they're not informative. I've just been trying to completely like just change the content that I'm watching, stuff that I'm putting in. Like I watch a lot of educational videos, self-help, just encouraging things. That's where I'm at right now. And it's also just, trying to make sure the music I'm listening to is less heartbreaky, more upbeat.
Listen, you don't realize how much you listen to things until you're trying to cut something out. I would say for me, like trying to cut out smoking. A lot of songs talk about smoking, and I'm just like,
it's cool.
I was like,
it's cool when it's relatable.
Exactly. I didn't realize until I actually started to cut the habit.
Yeah.
And as I'm like, influence doesn't always, it's not conscious all the time.
Subconscious.
Oh my.
That's what I understand when like Christians talk about like, wow, people who were like in the world and then tried to go completely Christian. They talk about that secular music and trying to battle it. I understand it. Me, obviously, my version of faith is different to yours. I already explained that. So everyone's journey is different, innit? But I understand the struggles. But yeah, I have tried to. Not every song needs to have swearing as well. So I am trying to incorporate more, like music that doesn't necessarily have all that profanity in it. But I like it though. I can't lie. I do like a little bit of a little bop sometimes. But yeah, just filter the content, filter what you're intaking, and the people you surround yourself as well. If you're putting yourself around people who you feel that heavy spirit with every time you hang with them, why are you hanging with them? And I've actually heard so much times in this year alone, people are still doing that stuff, and I thought people stop doing that now.
In Big 24. You have a choice.
You're still chilling with that friend who you think is really dodgy. Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? I don't know. Like, but everyone's journey is their own. We're just here to provide encouragement for our people. But yeah. Anything else? I'll do this for today. We're just keeping this one nice, short and sweet. Second episode, just coming in with you guys. For the next one, we want to have a big conversation. So please do send in any topics in DMs. Yeah, we want to dig deep into some topics. But yeah, today we just want to keep it nice and light and airy. touching. Thank you all for who've watched the first episode and who are joined the Divineincentive community.
Absolutely. Thank you for all your shares. I would say, whatever you're striving for, believe in yourself. You know if something's right and if it's wrong. Things that you're not sure of, just explore, research, ask. You're not in it alone. You don't have to do anything alone. We are all connected. In one way or another, we're all connected with each other, whether you like it or not. So take time with people, give yourself grace and give other people grace.
Right.
But talk to us, talk with us, talk with others. Share your thoughts and opinions in the comments underneath this video. If you see on Instagram, on TikTok, on YouTube, just add you 2 cents, 3 cents. It could be 10.
It's all valid.
Share it and we'll respond because we want to know what's going on with you. Like, we're on this journey too. We're all on this journey called life. How do we get through it? We're just we're just young girls, you know. Can we help one another? Like, we're just young out here trying to. Don't matter what age you are, we're all young because wherever you are now, you've never been before. So let's connect and let's see what's going on in the world, you know.
Yeah, that's the community aspect we talk about building though, because like we want people to come in and we want other people to read it and be like, oh, somebody else is feeling like that too. Like we aim to create a community here. So feel safe.
We'll invite you.
Drop your opinions.
The comment section is a safe space.
We comment back with that type of divine incentive.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Or if you want to share something but you want it to be anonymous, you can DM us.
Also, yeah, do that.
So yeah, and if you want us to share a question or share a dilemma you want other people to answer, just ask us to just keep it anonymous and we'll do that. And stay tuned for more to come. Podcast plus tax.
Absolutely. Streaming on Spotify and YouTube. So please check us out on whichever one works for you. I like the idea of you playing me on your way to work.
Yeah. On the go.
Yeah. When you're cooking, whatever suits your fancy. But yeah, I've been your host, Sham.
And I've been your host, Neij.
And together we are
Divineincentive TV.